Hello everybody, it's Shaz here. How are you? I'll just straighten this camera up. I just noticed it's a bit off kilter, so I'll just straighten it up a little bit. I've had an amazing weekend this weekend. Sorry guys. I've done lots of scrapbooking and some card making, so yeah, it's made me very happy this weekend. I've spent it alone. My husband is at the hospital with his gravely ill mother, and yeah, he's with all of his family. I've had a bit of a flu, so I didn't go up because I didn't want to make anyone sick. So yeah, I shared the weekend scrapbooking with Vicky and Lauren, and we did a National Scrapbook weekend where we each presented 2 scrapbooking layouts. Both Lauren and I did 12 by 12 layouts, and Vicky did 6 by 8s. Now, what time is it? 1 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, Vicky will be live with her last 6 by 8 layout. So yeah, so it's been a full-on weekend, and then I joined in with Sherry Roth. She's a Canadian demonstrator. She had a National Scrapbooking Day weekend too, and then today I watched a new Stamping Up demonstrator come over from close to my heart, Pamela Blackwell, I think her name is. Let me just check that. And yeah, she used this exact same suite. So yeah, it's been pretty popular. Let me just check that. Need to turn all of my devices on silent, which is something I hadn't done yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Pamela Blackwell. I can't find it quickly, but I will get the other device set up, and then I will flip you to the desktop. So let's have a look here. Pamela, see, it was on my other device. Yeah, Pamela Blackwell. She's a new Stampin' Up demonstrator who has come over from close to my heart. Hello, Joanne. Lovely to see you watching. I'm just setting up the other device so I can moderate the comments and check in. Let me know where you're watching from, Joanne. You could possibly win one of the cards that I make today. So let me get this other device set up, and then I'll be with you all. Hope you've had a lovely weekend, Joanne. Okay, let's have a look here. Get it set to my business page, and then we might be set. Hope you can't hear that dishwasher in the background. It's going. Seeing as though it's only been me. Right, let's have a look. Let's see if we're live. So today, the purpose of my, yep, here we are. No, we've still got volume there somewhere. Let me just check that. Volume. Sounds, that's what we want. Volume. Yes, we don't want any media. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so the purpose of today is that I do this once a month with Vicky Wright and myself, and we do a scrapbooking and card kit workshop at the beginning of the month. If anyone places a qualifying order, they get either the choice of the 3 cards or the scrapbooking kit. And if it's an overseas person who's watching and they want it, we've got PDFs that are downloadable, so we will get that to you. But we will get on to what we are supposed to be doing. All this weekend I've been playing with the lovely Unbounded Beauty on page 54 and 55. If you want to skip to your catalogues, and then I'll point you down to the desktop. Okay, let's let a bit of light in on this subject. Okay, so I'm going to point you to the ceiling. Hello, Amanda. How are you? Lovely to watch. Thank you for watching, I'm going to point you to the ceiling and then I'm going to flip you to the desktop. So if you're a bit giddy, just look away now. There we go. I think we're pretty much in view. There we go. So I live in central Queensland in a little tiny town called Gogango, and I have my own little studio here. I've been a demonstrator now for 10 years, heading into my 11th year. How are you, Amanda? Just trying to fix that camera so it's not so crooked. I absolutely love scrapbooking. I've just got to fix it up because it's driving me crazy. There we go, that's a bit better. Make sure you say hello and where you're watching from. I'd love to know if I have some overseas viewers as well as my fellow Australians. So I have this little studio, and on the wall, as soon as you walk into the studio, you see this tree design. Now, my original thought with that was that I was going to put family photos on it, but it was just too beautiful to put a whole heap of photos on. So I've just left it like that. Now, also this month, in the month of May, anyone who places a qualifying order and uses my host code, this one down here, will receive a handmade card and an exclusive PDF tutorial. Sorry about that. You will get something in the mail if you place a qualifying order, and then you get the choice of the 3 cards or the scrapbooking layout. Okay, now what I love this. This came in the latest lot of products I got from Stampin' Up. Love what you do. This is the reason I got into papercraft, because I absolutely love playing with paper. So this month, I forgot to print it off again. This month, if you join Stamping Up, you will get, let's go to the page and I will show you. You will get all of the 5 brand new In Colours. You will get the cardstock, you'll get the Stampin' Pads, you'll get the pens. There's 5 pens. Let me grab them and show you. Oh, well, I was going to grab them and show you. What have I done with them? I've been using them, so I've probably put them in a safe spot. So so there's 5 pens in all the brand new colours, and then you get the matching designer series paper. These ones here, you get the designer series paper. So it's an amazing join offer, $144 extra of product on top of your $235 joining, special for $169 here in Australia. So if you love playing with paper or want to learn how to play with paper and you don't have a demonstrator, contact me and I will put you in the know. So I'll just pop that one out of the road too. So yes, as I said, I've been working with this Unbounded Beauty all weekend. I have created I'm going to have created 5 layouts by the time I finish today's layout. And I have created lots of cards for my launch that I had last weekend as well with this suite. So it's what I call a mega suite. If we just turn back one page, on page 52, 53, you can see the endless possibilities that this suite comes with. So we've got a double stamp and double die set. We've got the resin dots, the 12 by 12 glimmer paper in all 5 ink pad colors. I'll grab them and show you. These guys, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, and Summer Splash. So they all look beautiful, beautiful together. They all work so well together. And then we've got this beautiful designer series paper. Well, I actually don't have very much of it left, but what I did for my launch was I cut them into the 12 by 12 pieces down into 6 by 6 pieces, so that I could show each of the girls what was in and what they looked like. So this is all I've got left of this 6 by 6 piece. And in there, as I said again, it's a 12 by 12 and it's got all 5 colours. And that's the glimmer paper. And then on this page 54 and 55 are the designer series papers. Now some of these may be missing, but it will give you a good indication of those 2 are the same. So there's that one, and then there's that side. Then we've got this one and this side. This one and this side. Oh, I mostly got them all. This beautiful pattern which we're using on our scrapbook page today. And this one. Hello Marg, how are you? Thanks for joining me, love. And then there's this beautiful Summer Splash with the Petunia Pop. And this design. So we have a beautiful, beautiful array of colours in there with all of our in colours, plus we have Berry Burst. It's a nice little pop of colour that goes with that suite. So let's get into showing you some of the projects that I've made this weekend. Some of these you might have seen sneak peeks of, but some of them you haven't. So the first one I'm going to show you is the designer series paper and some of the glimmer paper used on this this layout. Now I've done it on black, so it really, really pops. This one. So this one here is my beautiful little granddaughter, Eloise, who was flower girl at my son's wedding in October. And we've got some of the designer series paper here, only a little tiny bit of it. And then we've got our glimmer paper running down the sides and our glimmer paper here. Yesterday I was part of Sherry Roth's National Scrapbooking Day, and I'll just move that over so you can see it without that glare on it. And she had a sketch, and as soon as I saw the sketch I thought, oh, I know what I'm going to do with that. Make little wreaths, like the fairy crown or whatever you call them in my granddaughter's hair. So yeah, so inside there I also used some of our bling. This one is our 2024-2026 In Colour Shimmer Gems. So I used some of those in there. So that's the first layout. So that's number 1. And I'll keep going with the next one. Now this one, I just uploaded the video from YouTube onto my business page. So you may have watched the video or you may not have, but don't forget to pop over to my business page, Sharon Dalton Independent Stamping Up Demonstrator, and you will see yesterday's video and today's video. So again, photographs of my granddaughter, my mum, myself and my daughter. And Kira Lee, it took Kira Lee 3 years to fall pregnant with this little beautiful treasure. So yes, so she is a true blessing and she is most definitely worth the wait. So I don't know if you can see the dimension on that, but I've used foam adhesive sheets on there and cut the letters out, and then did another one with the Alamode alphabet. And then these little guys here are the mini alphabet dies. So a little trick that I did with this one was, it was an afterthought. I thought, I feel like I need some journaling in here. So I used a Memories and More card, and I just slipped it in there behind my photo. Hello Vic, how are you? Thanks for joining. So what I did today yesterday I mean, was I actually just used a packet from my adhesive, bling. I just used one of those packets and popped that in there just to make a quick little pocket. So you don't have to go all out, and this little guy is part of the dies that cut out in this die set. So you can actually make bows with them, but I'll just pop him back in there. So that's layout number 2. Layout number 3, which I shared on Saturday, is photos of my daughter-in-law in her beautiful wedding dress and her beautiful bouquet. So I started with this sketch as my, basic guide to start the layout off. Sometimes I need a sketch, sometimes I can just create off the bat. So I just saw these circles and thought, oh, I know what I'm going to do with them. So I used my Stamp and Write markers, which I can't find at the moment, but I have one here, in here with all my blends. They're not the In Colour ones. And I just literally drew a circle around my stylish shaped dies, and that's how this layout started out. And then I just did some stamping in the background here. And I had already pre-stamped all of these flowers and leaves. And that was so that I didn't take too long to do the video. It still was an hour, but, and then I went back and added the title a little bit later, because I really struggle with finding a title for my scrapbooking pages right away. So prior to doing this page, I had already created another page with these colors and these things as well, all these embellishments. But when I was recording it, my phone died before I'd finished recording, which I didn't realize. So I've already got this other layout, so I'm going to add it to this one. So we're going to have a double page spread here. So nobody has seen this layout. This is completely unseen from anyone on the internet. So we've got a bit of the torn paper here and here, and then same little embellishments I've kind of carried over into this other page. Over here on this one, you will see in the video that I did yesterday that I have cut 2 of these frames out. One complete with the petunia pop, and then the second one I only did the green part of it so that I could put these leaves on top, because I felt like the petunia pop faded into the page there, so I popped those Shy Shamrock leaves on top of it. So as you can see, I've done some more of these little beautiful blooms, and they come in the Flowers of Beauty dies. So this die here, it cuts out all these flowers, big ones and small ones. So, and on that one before, just grab it back for a minute. On this one, in the video today, you will see how I created these. So I just did a punched out line of flowers and used my my blending tools to put the colour down here behind to create a anchor for my photo. So if you watch today's video on YouTube, you will be able to see how I did that. Okay, let's move those out of the road. So I have heaps and heaps of pieces that I've cut out over the past couple of days that I want to use on some cards. So if you've just joined us, we're on I'm using products from page 54 and 55. Girls, I'm just going to have to turn the aircon on, so just bear with me. So we will do the scrapbooking page first. This is that little die that I said I used for my pull tab, but you can make bows out of that. Yeah, so I'll close that up. We'll be using that sketch a bit later for our cards, but we'll get on to our scrapbooking first. Now I have kind of pre-planned this layout. I don't have any photos for it yet, and I do have some of the close to my heart flip flaps, so I'm going to might have a little play with one of them and see if it'll work for me. So let's get into some stamping. So my idea is that I'm going to stamp tone on tone, so that means in pretty pink. I know leafy stuff is not normally pink, but I'm going to stamp it tone on tone just to put some interest in the background here. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Vicky, you're probably watching the football, are you? Just making sure there was nothing on that. Thought it looked a little bit green. There we go. So it's such a big stamp, this one. I like to just let it sit on the block before I put any pressure on it, and then I pat it down. So because, like I said, it's such a big image, I like to bring my ink to my stamp rather than my stamp to my ink. So we're just putting a little bit of colour over that. Now I've done myself a rough little grid line in my layout here, so I know where I'm going to put these flowers and some of my placement. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to put one lot here. Just give it a little rub. And again, bringing the ink to the stamp. Just with these photopolymer, I like to, oh, one of my little flowers fell in my ink. I like to let it sit there for a little while. Now let's have a look. This is going to be my photo mat, so I just want to make sure I'm not putting some stamping where I don't want it. So let's just have a look. Yep, so I did have it kind of lined up. How far down did I go there? Yep. Just give it a little push. Now, also with the photopolymer, if you're not used to stamping with our photopolymer stamps, you could put your Stamp and Pierce mat down. I've got a foam mat underneath here. So yeah, so pretty happy with that. Just to give us some interest in the back there, I thought I would add those couple of little bits. Okay, so I'm going to clean that one off. Now, rather than stamping all of these little guys here, one on top of each other, I'm going to use these little flowers that I've already got left over from when I cut my mask. So yeah, so I'm going to use those to go on these little, well, I'm calling them hollyhocks, because to me they look like little hollyhocks. So I think we can actually stick this piece of paper down, and because we're not actually sticking any photos on that, I'm going to use some glue. I'll just close this ink pad up. Has anybody been doing any card making this weekend, scrapbooking? Come on, glue. It'll come out in a big blob, you watch. Just because I don't want it to. Let me see. Put this down. Yeah, there is it. Oh, there we go. I knew there was a gluey bit in there. Let me find a baby wipe. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, because I'm not actually putting any photographs on this piece, I'm just going to use my glue, my wet glue. These are my little flowers in the process. And the thing I love about wet glue is that I've got that little bit of wiggle time to be able to put it in place without it actually being set in concrete right away. Whereas when I use tape, I find, I just need that to be moved up a little bit higher or whatever. So there's our first little bit. And then this one is going to be our frame for our photo. I think it might go up just a little bit higher. Now, just pop this one on. I will also put a white matting behind that to pop our photos on. Now, this layout will probably won't have a title as such. It's probably most definitely be something that, hello Ruth, how are you? Oh, no worries, love. Not a problem. I'm just getting started, really. I was talking about all the scrapbooking that I'd been doing this weekend. So I'm just getting started on the layout. Yeah, I really struggle with finding a title for my layouts, especially because I'm working with no photos on this particular one. Once upon a time, I've been scrapbooking since 2002, so I've been scrapbooking a long time, but once upon a time I would never have scrapped without having a photo to start with and matching it all up and making sure that it works perfectly, whereas now I just go back and find a photo that will work with it. So let's just pull this one off for now and get it into place to make sure I can see my edge of that. So I'm making sure that I'm getting it straight. That's better with the aircon going. It was a little bit sticky. We've got rain about today, so I'll just grab my ruler now to make sure I'm about right. Oops. Oh, struggling. 2. Because we've only got that little bit stuck down, I can just manipulate that a bit. Haven't put it down completely. There we go. Right, now that I've got that straight, I'm going to peel off my little bits of adhesive here now. Then I know I don't have to worry that it's going to be crooked. Looks crooked, but it's not. It's just those lines are a little bit further over than for marking. Yeah, like I said, this weekend I have scrapbooked quite a bit and watched quite a bit of scrapbooking this weekend. There we go. Right, let's have a look at these little flowers now. This is the most painful part, I think, is placing the flowers. So I'm just going to put a few little bits of glue down, and then I will place some flowers on them. That way it's a bit tacky by the time I've got the little flowers folded up to put on them. Like I said, I'm trying to stick with quite a struggling with my grid paper today. Trying to stick with quite a quick and easy little layout. I don't want to be here all day. Well, I don't think you want to be here all day either. So I'm just pinching these with my finger. If you've got a not a blending tool, what's that word called? Words escape me. Yeah, there's a special little tool that you can curl all your flowers with. You could do it with your stylus or your bone folder, but I'm not worrying about that today because, like I said, I want to try and keep it quite a quick and easy one, this one. I'll come back and put some bling in the middle of these once they're set. I just had all these extra bits, so I thought I may as well use them on this layout. I love that it gives us multiples in this set of dies, because there's nothing worse than having to run one little single die through 50 times to try and get 50 flowers. So I also am going to use Memories and More card on this layout as well, for a journaling piece. Now you can hardly see those bits in the background there, and it looks like the flowers are sitting out of nowhere, but once I take a photograph of this, you'll be able to see it. So there's our few little flowers. So what I'm going to do is all the ladies who have come over from Close to My Heart, they're all talking about these flip flaps. Well, I had bought a flip flap page before I'd even heard that they were announcing that Close to My Heart was closing. So I'm just presuming, I have never looked it up to work out how to use them, but I'm just presuming you pop that in there like that, and then you're able to flip that bit up, and I'm going to put this bit on the top of it up here, so that we can still be able to slip our photo in and still have another photo underneath. So like I said, I'm not really sure about how this all works, but I'm just surmising. So let's have a look here. I think I need to trim that down just a little bit, because it's a little bit too big. If anybody has used flip flaps, can they please give me the heads up on how to use them? I'm probably doing it completely wrong, and I possibly should have had a look first, but you know, it's no biggie, no big deal. There we go. So I'm going to use some tape on that again, just to hold that one down. Definitely making sure I'm putting the tape on the right side this time, because I definitely want that other colour to be on the other side. What's the weather like where everybody lives? Here it's trying to rain, has been for the past couple of days, been trying to rain. So it'd be nice if we got some nice rain, but I think it's just going to be annoying and not rain properly. So I'm just going to flip this upside down just to put this on so I can see exactly where I'm positioning it, because I don't want to cover over where we slip the photo in. There we go. And we still want to be able to lift it as well. So I've just put that there. And there we have. And so I said I was going to add a journaling card onto this. I am going to add a journaling card. Now, I hadn't really decided whether I wanted to use this one with these dots or this one here with the X and the O. But if I use this one, I'm going to chop one of those X and O's off so it's not such a big piece. So I think I'll use that one. Now these Memories and More cards can be found on page 26 of the new annual catalogue. I bought some at the craft show years ago, but haven't scrapbook, so I haven't used them. Sun come out in Brisbane today, very heavy cloud though. Yes, no, it's very heavy cloud here too. So look, that might even work up there, X's and O's. Might be able to do a photo of my husband and myself. Yeah, so we've got all these little lines here. So I actually thought that I would put it so that it's close to that edge of that photo. I might even come out a little bit further. And then now we can go to my little box of tricks where I have all of the leftover bits and pieces that I have been cutting out and everything. See, there's even some flowers there from previous layouts. Oh, that might look nice on there. Yeah, so let's have a look at this. So I keep all of the bits that I'm working on in one little container, and then I try and make the cards out of those. So I will make some cards with these today, but I'm just seeing what else I've got here. I definitely don't want any of these ones. There's a little frame there and another little frame. I might use some of those. Might use some of those green ones as well. Does anyone else have a little box full of tricks like this? I might actually use one of these guys to mat my my journaling block on, just to give it a little border around the edge of that. Find a straight line. Sounds like it's raining again. Oh, I love the rain. We don't have it often enough, so when it comes I'm like, oh, I really love the rain. So yeah, let's move these bits up out of here for now. Bit of a mess here. And other sentiments, yes, Ruth, that's for sure. Because sometimes you think, oh, that sentiment works, but then it doesn't. So yeah, so I'm going to put that there on the edge of there, so I'm able to write a little story about what happened on this day. So let's stick that one down. Seems such a shame to waste these other sides, but that's why I kept that one lot of X's and O's. Oh, it's quite a good shower. There we go. Pop that in there. And again, because we're not putting photos on this, I can use liquid glue. I know one thing I didn't think of when I put my flip flap down there, that I might want to put a frame in. Hello Kay, how are you, love? Nice to see you. Is it raining out at Glenlee? There we go. So we've got that little fella there. And I did actually have this one as well, so I don't know whether I want to use it. I think it's too much the same. So we're still able to lift that one up. And just to show you the rest of these cards, sorry for leaning in front of the camera. These are some that I've got left over of the memories and more. I've used this one on a card, which I'll show you a bit later. And that one. Grateful for you. There's not as many in this pack as there normally is. We used to get something like 50, but now there's only 28, I think. So not as many, and there's no sticker sheets, which for me is a bit devastating because I really like the sticker sheets. Oops. Time to play, hooray, let's celebrate. I love us. That's the other side of that one. Here's to another year. And then those two, happy birthday and the same paper that I'm using there. So no rain at Glendale, but overcast. Would love some rain. Overcast, yes, I would love some rain too. Let's have a look at this. I think I might put that X and O up there. I don't think I'll put it in the middle. I think I'll put it out to the side. What do you reckon, girls? On some dimensionals. If you're using colors like this and you want your photos to match, you can just change them to black and white or sepia, and then that way your photos will match any color combination you use. It's a good trick of the trade, that one. Turn anything sepia, and then it works with anything. Now, you know what I was just thinking? By the time I try and get, I might put one of those cards in. By the time I try and get a photo in there with that X and O, it might be a bit tricky. So let's see if we've got I Love Us. That will do for now. Oh, look at that. Our cards fit too. Perfectly. Perfect, perfect. Meant to be, girls, meant to be. What about if I stick it down there? Yeah, it was a good idea, but I think if I'm trying to get a photo in there and that's up there, it might be a bit tricky. I think I'll put it down here, I think. Yep. We don't need all that journaling anyway, do we? So I'll pop that down there. There we go. So let's add some bits and bobs to it. Got plenty of frames here cut out. There's one with the other one, this other one cut out of it. And then this one we could also use with that one. I love how they all work in together. And then this one actually fits in the middle of that one. And they all come out of this one set of dies. That one. This is that little bow that I told you about. So you need 2 of those to make a bow, and then just a little strip as well. Oh, look, that one might work up there. Oh yeah, I like that up there. See, I knew I kept all these bits for a reason. There's another one of those little frames. You can go back up there too. What have we got here? I don't think this this basic beige works because it's a white background, so I'll pop them out of the way. Let's have a look. I really like that one. So there's 2 of those. Maybe bring some of this green into it. Don't want to put that there. This is the trouble when you're flying by the seat of your pants. You're not really knowing what you're going to put on this scrapbook layout. Let's see, what else have I got? Sound like an old chook scratching around over here on the ground. Well, I just might do some stamping. We might stamp some more of these flowers, because I think they work well. So I always cut myself some little bits of card in case I want to stamp some things. And then I've got this one here to make my frame. So let's have a look here. It'll have to go this way, I think. Yes. I don't know about you girls, but I just about eyeball everything as far as when it comes to doing this kind of thing, working out where it's going to be and where it's going to go. Oh, that feels like thick. Hang on, girls. That's better. That feels better. That was a bit thick. Okay. So my mat was 5 by 7, so let's go down half an inch. Strip off, and then it was 7, so I use my trimmer upside down if you haven't noticed, because that way all my measurements are close to me here rather than looking all the way up there. So 7, we'll go back down 1/4 of an inch, I mean, to 6 3/4. Let's see if that one will fit now. Nope, I still need to make it a little bit shorter. Okay. Forgot about the bit at the top from the flip flap. That's okay, we can chop that off. Let's see now if it will work properly. Silly me, I've put that down already. Might make it the same size as the flip flap, and then we won't have that issue. Okay, let's see. Who loves scrapbooking that's watching today? Vicky, I know you do. I don't know about Kay. What about you, Ruth? You said you haven't scrapbooked, have you? Right. Beef week started here in Rocky today. So Rocky's a place to avoid if you don't want to get caught up in all the all the beef week hype. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we can flip that up. Right, I'm going to put some tape on that one and pop it down. So I'll have a couple of photos on this layout. They do have little tiny ones as well. I grabbed a pack of different size ones and 12 by 12 ones. I think this one's got, oh no, this one's only 4 by 6. But I know they do have smaller ones as well. So will be ideal for our memory keeping. I'm pretty excited about what's going to come ahead. Take it or leave pink and purple, but they do serve a purpose. I just happened to pick up these colours today. I don't mind the neutrally kind of tones. They all seem to tie in with everything. You love it, but you haven't done it for years. since the advent of digital. Yes, I know, but all of our photos are stored on our digital devices, and if our digital devices die, we lose all of our photos. So that's why I still love to do scrapbooking. So right, let's just stick that one down. So I'll just peel one edge off for now so that I can line it up before it sticks. We don't want it sticking to anything. I'm just going to use the edge of that flip flap to make sure that I got it straight. And then now I will peel off the rest of those bits. You could have two photos in here because when you flip that over, you'll have another space for another photo there. So it could actually potentially have 3 photos on this layout. Right, get them out of the road. We don't need those frames. Okay, let's do some stamping now. So I've got that one flower, and I think I'll do another one, another 2. Let's have a look. We've got our little piece here. So we are going to use Pretty in Pink and Petunia Pop, I believe. Yes, full strength Pretty in Pink. And I like to do the outline first and then do the inner piece. Let's have a look here. Just need a block. And you would have some beautiful photos, Kay, from all your trips around the world. So on this one, there's a little point there. That's what I line up when I'm lining up my solid image. So it looks nothing like that once it's dry, but I love it. 2 and 3. Now my pad is a bit juicy, oh dear, but anyway, we'll be right. Might not use that one. Yeah, my pad is a bit juicy. If it's too juicy, you can use the back of a spoon or a little spatula like. Where is my little spatula gone? Did I put it away? I cleaned up because I had such a big mess here. Where's my spoon? My spoon's gone too. Anyway, you can smooth out your ink pad and push the ink back down, and then you don't get the bubbly kind of look to it. Put this ink pad away. Oh, I don't want that one. Just use that one. Okay. And again, see how there's that little bit of a point there? You're going to line that up with that piece. And these stamps have all the little shadows and everything of the petal. See how the whiteness is there? I'm a little bit off there, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to die cut it. That's better. And again, because we're using photopolymer, we could have used our Stamp and Pierce mat underneath there. I've got some leaves already cut, so I think I'll leave those. We'll use those leaves here. Got some already stamped and cut. Okay. Let's get our little die cutting beauty, little Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine out, and our Flowers of Beauty dies. And we're going to use this one for that one. Now I actually like to cut my pieces off that I'm going to die cut, because if your plates are bruised like mine, it tends to bruise your cardstock. So I just like to trim them all up and then run them through your die cutting machine. I'm probably off camera here, but you all know what you got to do to die cut. So I'm just lining them up with the die and popping on my number 2 plate and running them through. Oh, lots of touring, hey? Yeah, no. I haven't got lots of touring in Australia. I mean, I've been quite a few places, but not extensively travelled. I haven't in Australia. I have scrapbooked a few of the places I've been. I haven't done entire albums, but with those. There's another one. And then I'll do this one, but I don't know if I'll use it because it's got that extra bit of pink in, petunia pop in it. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. There we go. Pop that back on there. Right, let's have a look. Let's bring that layout back in now. I definitely want one up there. So now what you can do is grab your bone folder and just give your flowers a bit of shape by using your bone folder. And it just breaks down the fibres and lets them be a little more easily molded into the shape you want them to be molded into. And then you can grab some dimensionals and just put some dimensionals on it. And I better think about where I'm going to put my leaves before I really stick that down. Yeah. It'll be fine up there. Once this goes into a plastic sleeve, I don't think you're going to have to worry about any of your embellishments or anything falling off. So just a bit of glue on this one. Oh, hang on. I want to give him some texture first. There we go. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue on this bit in here so that I can feed it in underneath my flower. There we go. Now, where are we going to put the others, girls? That one there actually doesn't look too bad. That little bit that I thought was going to be terrible. I've got a couple of fancy fold cards for you, girls. I was going to try and get 3 done, but I did notice that I'm already up to an hour already just by doing this. You don't think it's going to take very long, but it certainly is taking longer than I thought. Too much chatting. You need a bit more working, Sharon. Just popping those flowers back up again. Now, I think I will also add one, maybe over here. on the edge of my journaling, and then I will put one of those already die cut leaves in there. I'll just break up those fibres a bit. And then pop him down with some glue. And one more, I reckon. Where am I going to put the other one, girls? Can't put it there because that's going to lift up. Actually, I might do two up here. So I might. Got a peewee pecking at my window. You can probably see himself. So just give it a little scrunch up then. Yeah, I think they'll look good up there together. Might pop that one double dimensional, that one. So peel one off. Put one on top. Yeah, so there's so many beautiful things I've seen made with this this suite of papers. Oh, just like totally in love with it. There we go. And then let's get another leaf. I know we've got one still floating about here. All right, let's put some glue on that one. Stick him in underneath there. There we go. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to put some bling. I'm certainly going through this bling. It's very pretty. Oh, thanks, Ruth. It's very pretty bling, this one. Have I got enough? But let's see. One, two. Lucky I got another packet, hey. They will be flattened out in the in your album anyway, so oops. Stuck to my finger. I could actually do photos of me and Eloise on this page. I'll just get the other big brand new packet of bling. Now you could have used your rhinestones and used your blends to colour those if you didn't have enough gems. Yes, because if you're very gentle with your brush tip, you can colour in your rhinestones and create the colour you want. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So we will also have the ability to add some gems to that if we wanted to, but I will just stick with what I've got at the moment so we can get onto some card making. I'll leave that one there. So I'll just go back and rub out my little marking points. But there's my layout with a flip flap, and I'll be able to put 2 photos in there. So love that. Thanks girls for watching. Right, let's get on to some cards now. That's what that's what we can do next. Clean up a bit of my mess. Okay. Our first card, we're going to do Vicky and my weekly sketch. Every week on a Monday, Vicky puts up her version of her sketch, and I do it on usually a Wednesday. So this one's a very simple card sketch with a wreath on the inside of it. So I'm going to score my card at 10.5, get the blade out of the road. And then we will need some pretty designer series paper. Now we have a fair bit to choose from in this pack. I have used quite a bit, but we do have quite a bit to still choose from. Oh, there's one that's already got a pattern cut out of it that I could cover up. Look at that. I never waste my pieces of DSP, because we're going to put another layer over the top of that. So I can just pop that one in there. Now on the sketch says that layer A is 9.8 by 14.2. Well, mine's approximately 14.3 by 9.8. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's stick that down. I have a few cards that I've got already pre-made that I'll show you. I'll just stick this bit down. Love that wiggle room. Okay, so our next measurement is 9.5 by 13.9. Well, I'll go 13.8 on mine. Let's have a look here. That's going to be too bright. What's on the back of this one? Green. That's the one we've already used. What's that one? What's on the back of this one? Don't know. No. Very hard to choose. What's this one? Oh, look, we'll use the other side of this one. Yeah, that one will do. That'll match, matchy. Oh, it's a bit too close, I think. Let's us put a little... Let us just put a little frame in here. So what did I say? 9.5 by 13.8. I'm going to have 2 layers, and like Vicky says, it doesn't really matter how many layers you have. If you've made this card, just 9.5, yeah, I thought that's what I was supposed to be measuring. Still just upload it, because we all love to see each other's variations of cards. Right, let's put that one there, and then I think this one will work. Well, we could have had a white, but I think that works. Let's glue that one down. Oh, Sharon, you're covering it up. Anyway, And I'm just going to stick a little tiny bit of glue around this shape. Just so it adheres to that. There we go. Right. And again, we're just going to cut it down by a little smidgeroony. That much and that much. Okay, that looks pretty even. Just rub that bit of pencil mark off there. Cut the other one off. Okay, let's just stick that one down. Ooh, that might go now. Ooh, I like that. What do you reckon, girls? Up that way? And then I've got to make a little wreath in here. No, I think it'll be too busy with the wreath. Let's do it this way. Now we're going to create our wreath. In our dies from the Unbounded Love Suite are some little left and right pieces, and that I used on my layout that I created yesterday. So I'm just going to grab them out because we can go left and right with them. Might even use those little flowers. Got any more cut out in here? There's another one, and there's another one. Right. Okay. Now, the trouble with these are they're very little. So just use your silicone mat and tip them upside down. And just put some glue on the thicker bits of the die where it's die cut out, and then use a pair of tweezers to put it into place. Now normally I would draw a circle around there, but it's not going to be too hard to try and make a circle. So we do have big and little ones. That one doesn't look like it's a complete one. So let's see how many we can use to go around. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I reckon I'll pull one of those little tiny ones in to fill in our circle. What do you reckon, girls? There we go. Need a drink of water. I'm a bit parched. So some of these don't pop the little bits, the little insides out. So just go ahead and do that with your pokey tool, your take a pick tool. I'm using a pair of tweezers here. There we go. So I'll just pop some glue on all of that. You don't need much to hold it down because we're going to put some other flowers over it. Let's flick all those little bits out of the way. There we go. So I'm loving this glimmer paper. It's just beautiful. It's good to work with. You don't get glitter everywhere, and it's just so easy to work with. Another one. I think we'll need the 5 of them. There we go. So I love that we've got left and right in this set, because most times we would never have the opposite side leaf. So at least with this set we've got the left and right, so we can make wreaths with our leaves, or a wreath like this. I'm just going to overlap these 2 bits. Now if I had to run this through with the adhesive sheet on it, it's not quite centered, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, let's get some of these little flowers. How many have we got made? What about some white ones? Might use these white ones because it looks like I've only got 3 of those. Right, let's put some white flowers on there. Comes the rain again, girls. And just use your glue dots to stick on those on this glimmer paper. It just allows them to hold a bit better. My little container here is from my good friend Monica. She gave it to me on one of her visits, and I think you just get it from, I think she just got it from Spotlight, because they sell glue dots as well. So we've got 3 there, and then I think we might put another 2 up here, and that can be our flowers, and then we've got to put a sentiment in the middle. There's our sketch. I'll put this one up here. There's some more flowers underneath. Not much stamping on this one. You could have stamped a wreath with, let's see, what have they got in here? Not on that one, you couldn't have, because there's nothing that's kind of curved. But you could use any kind of leaf to create a wreath. Right. And now let's do some stamping. What are we going to put in the inside of this one? As I said, very simple, but it still looks like the sketch. A little bit off kilter, but it's okay. Oh, I've got a mess here, girls. It's all crooked and messy. Let's have a look. Have a blessed day. Love, best of luck. Oh, maybe best of luck. Let's use that one. Now this one hasn't been used before, so I'm just going to use my Stamp and Scrub and give it a little bit of loving. Move these up. Oh, there's another one. And then I just, because this will be really dry, I just put a couple little sprays of water on that one. Okay, let's have a look here. Best of luck. Good old Stampin' Scrapbook. Mine's the old version. Right, let's have a look here. Let's put Best of Luck in Petunia Pop. Sorry if my head's in the picture. There we go, Best of Luck. Don't know if that's straight or crooked, but should be okay. Let's pop some of these peach pie ones in our flowers, in the centers of our flowers. Look at that, beautiful. Quick and easy little card, that one. So there's card 1. Let's get this out of the road. I just felt something fall on the floor. I don't know what that was. Clean that off. So that was our week 5 sketch. Have I lost you all, or are you still there? Not much chatter going on today. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is a fun fold. What do we call it? A double Z fold. So I'm going to use a piece of 12 by 12. Cut it. Where did I put my pile of 12 by 12? Oh dear, girls. What did I do with it? I'll have to get another one. Where did I put it? Nope, it's not up there. I put it back when I got my pink one out for my layout. Sorry, yelling in your ear there. Okay, that one won't be wide enough. That one won't be wide enough. To get a full sheet out. Let's go with green. Hello Jules, how are you, love? Let's go with Shy Shamrock. Let's use that one. Okay. So this one is, actually it might only be a normal size half a card. Let's have a look. I've definitely got some of them cut. Look at that, I didn't even need it and I had my other ones right beside me. Okay, yeah, because my launch was on the weekend, and I've still got this pack left over. My mum didn't end up coming, so I've got her pack still sitting here. Let's make some room. Sharon, the messy crafter. Who else is a messy crafter? Enjoying the rain. Yes, Jules, it's lovely, isn't it? I would like some more, but so this is from my friend Liz in Rocky. Liz makes beautiful cards. So let's see. I just thought it was a great way of using up DSP. So our first score line is at 8 centimeters. This is very foreign to me using centimeters, but let's score it at 8. And then our next one is at 13, and then the next one is at 15. It's not quite 16. Let's do the next one, 13. Making sure I'm not cutting. And then the next one is, let's measure it from this end. It's a 2-inch panel. So there we go. So this one's up, that one's in, and that one's back. No, what have I done? I missed one, have I? That one. Oh, that's only a skinny one. Oh, I've done it the wrong way. Ah, I was having a little heart attack then. Up, down, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there should be one more there that's not showing up. Let's go. Whew. I was having a little stressy there, girls. Okay. So our first panel, she's got something stamped and decorated on there. But let's just find a beautiful piece of paper to add to the front of this. Paper's going everywhere. Now, there's not much shy shamrock in this one, so let's have a little think about this. Does the green and that one go together? Oh, that looks nice. I'll go with that. Okay. So, Liz has done another panel out there. This is where we can bring in our other colour. Let's bring in this one. How wide is her panel? Three inches wide. 3 inches wide. Three inches by 3 inches, and then we need to make it inside of that one. Did that cover that one? Yes, it did. Went to that one, so we need to cut it down. There we go. There's our panel for the front. Be nice if we got some more rain jewels. I'm not being greedy, but I would really love some more rain. Would be very, very lovely. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Is that one the same size? So we do need two of those. Two of those panels. I don't have enough on that other piece, so I'll have to grab one out of here. There we go. I've used quite a bit of cardstock lately of all these new colours. I'm loving them. So we want that to be by 14.4. And then we want it to be so that one goes there, and then this one goes on this panel in here. So that one might have to be chopped down a bit more by the look of it. Does it go right out to the edge? Oh, it does go over. Okay, let's stick this. Now, remembering to only stick your glue inside this panel, not on the outside, because we don't want it to be overhanging on the on this edge in here. So there's one piece, and I should be sticking on the piece rather than here. Couple of friends at Beef today, so they've got a stall there. So if you go, make sure you check out Little Mimi Designs. It's shoes for little people, and Meg Francis Art. Yeah, so she does some beautiful artwork. Meg does. Now I'm going to pop this bit of green on there, and I might just stick this one on there, I think, for the front of that. What do you reckon? I do have these couple of flowers. Like I said, I'm trying to use up some of these leftover bits that I've got. Oh, this might look better. Look at that. What do you reckon? Tell me your opinion. I value your opinion. I would like some input. Yeah, that looks nice. Righto, so how big is this piece? 2 3/4 by, remember these measurements, girl, 2 3/4 by 5 3/8. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Whoops, forgot my trimmer's not that long. By 5 and 3/8. 5 and 3/8 is about there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Things going every which way. Oh, I did that completely wrong, didn't I? So it must be 5 and 5/8. Oh, you girls will be sick of me making a big mess, making a big mistake. 5. Oh, it's definitely 3/8. Where's my other piece? I'm going to make that bit a bit shorter, but because I don't want it to overlap there. There we go. Who else does this? Measure once, measure twice, still not get it right. That looks better. Take a little more, a little smidge more off of it. Some more flowers. Yes, that's better. All right, let's stick that one down. There we go. Let's stick some of these guys down here. Yep, I think they look nice. Bring in my silicone mat again. And stick some glue on those thicker pieces, and that will hold that down. All of our incentive trip earners are making their way back to Australia today. I saw quite a few of them saying that they were keen to be home. There's nothing quite like home, is there? There we go. Brings that shy shamrock into that. And then I'll just put some more on this one. Yep, nothing quite like home. My husband is with his 4 siblings. It's the first time he's been with his 4 siblings since 2007, I think. And he's sharing his blow-up air mattress with his eldest brother, who's 62. Actually, he's probably 63 now, because he had a birthday. Yeah, so my husband and my 6'4" brother-in-law sleeping in the one bed. That would be something funny to see. I would love to see a photo of it. So I'm just going to overlap those two just a little bit. And then we're going to stick a flower down there, I think. Actually, I might just stick one of these frames. Let's have a look. We've got a pink frame. Let's cut out a frame out of some DSP. Got plenty of DSP to choose from, so let's cut a frame out. Here we go. Okay. Maybe this little long one might look nice. Yeah, I think I'll put that one there. Don't want that colour. maybe that one. Maybe that one, and then we can stamp on that. Might stamp before I die cut. It's always a good idea to stamp before you die cut, because then you can then you can turn the paper over if it doesn't stamp correctly or stamp well. What word am I going to use? Let's have a look at this stamp case. If I can find it. Here it is, buried, 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 buried. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Now these are at 80%, these images, so the stamps are actually a bit bigger than that. They're at the full size on the inside. Have a blessed day might be a good one. I seem to use that one a lot. It's stuck here on a block, ready to go. Like I said, I've been using these quite a bit. Pink. I think I'm going to have to go with Shy Shamrock. Let's have a looky-see. Have a blessed day. Now remembering that, just move that up a bit. Remembering that our die is quite a big die, so you want to make sure that you've got it in place. There we go. So I'll die cut that out now. Oh, our internet's running low. Let's go. Oh no, we're back again. So again, I don't want to bruise the rest of my cardstock or my DSP in this case. So I'm going to chop it so that I'm only damaging, well not damaging, but you know, so that it's only got that bit bruised. There we go. All for there. Oh, look at that. And it's even got a nice little border around it with that bit of pink. Okay, let's stick that down now. I'm going to put some dimensionals on that. I'm taking up a fair bit of your time this afternoon, but obviously you're not ready to leave yet because you're all still sitting there watching, not really saying too much. So let's have a bit of chatter, girls. What have we all been up to? I haven't got any of the ribbon yet. If I had the ribbon, I would put a bit of that ribbon in underneath there, like Liz has done. But there's our first panel. Now she's put some DSP down here, so that piece going to be long enough? Of course not. What about this piece? This piece will be. Let's put a piece of that in there. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. Probably not a precise measurement, but you know what? Nobody's ever going to see that it's Liz's card ever again. So I'm going to do another one of those because I think the next panel is exactly the same. So another 1-inch panel. And then just flip this so I can know where to chop it off. Right, let's stick this one down. Oh, I need to trim a little bit by the look of it. Looks pretty good. And then another one in here, which I need to trim just a smidgeroony off. Just a little bit. Not that much. Stick that one down as well. Who has bought this suite? Or is it too florally for some of you? I know there's some people out there that don't really like a lot of floral. I do, I love it. There we go. And then we can put another piece of green, I reckon, out there, just for that end panel, so that it all matches, matchy. So I need about that much. Absolutely precise measuring here, girls. I'm going to pop it there and see whether that's too wide. Yes, I need to take another little strip off of it. So let's go to there and see. That looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Bit of glue now. Glue. There we go. That's light enough that you could write a little message in there, or you could put a white panel in there if you so desired. Have a blessed day. Let's see whether we need some flowers. I don't think I've got anything small enough stamped out. What about these little guys? Oh, that might work. Look at that. A couple of these little guys on here. Lucky I made all these up beforehand. Just a little dab of glue again. Hold him in place. So this is the big die, big flower die, and then the small flower die is the glimmer ones inside. I might have to use a glue dot. Oh no, it's going to stick. Oh, no, it's not. Let's use some glue dots. all else fails, glue dots always hold things in place. There we go. This one's stuck. I'll put a glue dot on that next one. And then I'll put some bling, 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 bling. There we go. 1, 2, 3 little flowers. Groups of 3 work well. So let's put one of these darker ones inside here, and then 2 of these little lighter fellas inside these darker ones. There we go. So there's another card. Have a blessed day. What do we got? I've been going for ages. Are you happy for me to keep going? What do we got? You want one more card? Let me know. Have you got time? Are you sick of me? Are you enjoying it? Hopefully you're enjoying it. Have a blessed day. I might put happy birthday in the middle of that. I think that might work. Have a blessed day. That one's covered completely. Will happy birthday fit in there? Almost. Look at that. I'm going to make it fit. And I'll use Shy Shamrock on that. Let's have a little wee looky see. Happy birthday. That other panel in the middle's bothering me. I might have to see what I can find to put on that. Liz has done some stamping in there, so I might do a little panel of stamping in there afterwards, and then I'll show you the end result, because I haven't got a piece of white cut out that long to do that. Because this one's only short, see? So yeah, so I'll do that one afterwards. Okay, well, you still seem happy, so I'll finish this last card off. I'll grab a tent fold card now. I'll do Petunia Pop. All right, score that at upside down at 14.85. Cutting blade out of the way. And then I'm going to cut this panel off the front halfway. So 14.85, so seven and a half. Let's see, what has that measurement got to be, girls? Come on. Who's got the math head? I need someone with a maths head. 5 3/4 is the thing, so that's 2.5, and then So I cut off a piece that is 2 3/4, and I'm going to turn it on the side, and then this piece here I'm hoping I can get to fit in here. There we go. What did I do with my trimmer, girls? What did I do with it? There it is. You should see my desk space. It is not conducive to crafting. It most certainly is not. But anyway. So we're going to pop that one on there. And then I hope this piece here I can fit on the inside. Nope, it's not big enough. And this one's definitely not big enough. So I will just cut another piece to make it big enough. Okay. So we need 10 by 14.3 for this. 10. Chop that all the way up there. Thing around 14.3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 14.3. Okay, so that's going to go there, and that panel's going to go there, and we're going to stamp some sentiment in the middle here, so that when you lift this panel you'll see it. I need some DSP for there, so let's go with this one. Look, and it's made to fit. Perfect. Who would have asked for a better fit? I haven't actually done anything much with this piece of paper. Look at that. Stick that one down. Now I don't even know what kind of fold this is called. It's just one that I have used plenty of times before, but I can't remember what it's called. It's just a quick and easy card, this one. And then I need to stamp some things on this. It's a wonder I don't lose some stamps, I tell you. Got so many out here at the moment. I am going to stamp that in Summer Splash. And again, because I've got such a big image, I'm going to bring the ink to the stamp. Out of my way. There we go. I'm going to leave the other bit so I can put something over here, and then I'm going to stamp some Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink flowers on that. Just clean this one off. Okay, so that is these two stamps here. So, this one. A bit of ink there, but it'll be right. And then I will grab the petunia pop and fill that in now. This is another stamp I used on my layout over the weekend for my scrapbooking layout. There we go, there's our hollyhocks. My mum used to grow hollyhocks when we lived in Dysart. They're not a flower you see around very much anymore. Okay, now let's find those sentiments again. What one will we put on here? May all your wishes come true. My heart goes out to you. Maybe that one. No, that's not it. Is it still in here? Yes, it is. Hasn't been used. Nearly all of them have been used this weekend. So just let it sit on the bench, on the desktop for a bit, so that because we've stretched it as we're pulling it out, just leave it sit there for a bit and then put your block onto it. I think I might use my shamrock for the words. Clean that on my chamois on my Stampin' Scrub. Let's have a little wee think here. No, I really don't think that colour goes with it. And that's too small. Let's just stamp it directly onto the piece of cardstock. Line it up. Oh, it's a bit juicy. Now, am I going to get this straight, girls? Probably not, because I've said that. Oh, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Might be a little bit crooked, but it's not too bad. Right, let's stick that one down. This one is going for a long time, I'm sorry, but I'm really enjoying creating. So I haven't yet got bored with this stamp. There we go. Now, what I do with this is so that I know that I'm not going to put glue where it's not meant to go, I just flip my sentiment over and then I just glue inside that edge. And again, line it up. Just have a quick look before you go, but yep, that looks pretty good. There we go. And now let's stick this panel in here. I might do another one of those leaves, but first, on the inside. So that's going to show there. That's going to show there. So I could do the full length up that side. So Summer Splash. Whoops, got ink everywhere. So I'm going to try and stay right to this far side this time. There we go. Clean that one off. Oh, I've got some pink ink in there. Don't know how I managed that. All right, I'm going to stick that one down now. Could almost be a sympathy card, this one. There we go. Righto, let's put some bling on that. And I've done 3 cards and a scrapbook layout today. So one there, one big one and one little one, and then one little one up the top here. There we go. I've got some bling on that one. 1, 2. Let's make some room here. 1, 2. Set this stuff out of the road. And 3. 1, 2, 3 cards. I really think I need something on this panel. I'll have a little think about that. So that's my 3 cards. And then I did this scrapbook layout, which I will put, yeah, so somebody will win one of those cards that I've made. But I do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Bye for now.